This episode of Rambopra Radio is brought to you by Industrialist Brand. Head on over to industrialistbrand.com for all your combat sports apparel needs. Don't forget to use code GEN10 at checkout for a 10% discount on your next order. Once again, that's industrialistbrand.com.
Hit that ball!
Rambopra Radio with your host, Gen T.
Fuck, I don't know what the fuck.
Yeah, fucking Jen is a warlord.
I'm fucking coming for you!
Now I feel poo coming out of my bum. So it's a lot right now. Yeah, it's a lot.
Aww, what's up, everybody? Welcome to Rambopra Radio. I am your host, Gen T. Twitter and Instagram at GenT523. Whew. This week, what a blast from the past. So many stories to tell you guys about. But first, it's time for Customers of the Week. Well, this one was quite a doozy. This lady wanted to return something. And of course, I'm not in charge of returns because if I was, it would have been a no. And then a hell to the no. I was like, how can I assist you? She's like, yeah, so, this is going to sound kind of strange, but, I was just there an hour ago and I bought, some vitamins. They were in a glass bottle and, I was wanting to know if I can return them. And I was like, what's going on? I normally don't ask because I'm like, I don't care. But for some reason, something provoked me to ask. So I said, okay, so what's going on? What's the reason for the return? She goes, well, after I bought it, I got home and the bottle broke. I was like, oh. She's like, yeah. So the bottle was at the bottom of my bag and I accidentally dropped the bag and the bottle broke. And all of the vitamins are all over my kitchen. So I was wondering if I can return it and get another one. And I was like, yeah, you're more than welcome to purchase another one. She goes, I don't actually want to purchase another one. I just want to bring back the broken one and then just get a new one, like an exchange. And I was like, wait a minute. You broke the bottle at home and you want to get another one for free. What? Holy shit. I mean, if this isn't a description of what's going on in today's reality, I don't know what is. The level of sensitivity and snowflakery, this kind of behavior is just absolutely preposterous. You, not my company, you did not handle your grocery bag well, and you dropped it, which, okay, is an accident. Things happen. You dropped it, but you want to return the broken glass bottle to the place that had nothing to do with you dropping it, and you want us to give you another free one. Yeah, okay. Yeah. Okay, Karen, please hold. I was like, oh my God. Just ask yourself the question, ma'am. Who broke the bottle? Even though it was an accident, who broke the bottle? You. So now you need to buy another one. You're the one who needed those vitamins, and you didn't properly handle them correctly. You need to buy another one. We don't need to give you a free one. My work had nothing to do with you dropping those vitamins on the ground. And now they're all over your kitchen. But somehow, this woman thinks she is owed a free bottle because of her mistake. It's like, oh my God. It's like, man, please hold. I'm going to reach through the phone and smack the dog shit out of you. I was like, yeah, please hold. I was like, no. You don't want me to answer that question, man, because it's a no. A normal, civilized human being wouldn't even call the store to tell us what happened. You would just drive back down there when you could and bought another bottle and be like, oh man, I'm back again. I broke the other one. I'm buying a new one. Maybe next time I'll be careful handling these vitamins. No. This pushification of America, these pushies, it's now the business's responsibility to supply you with a new one after you broke it, and not even on our property, in your own house. In your own house. Absolutely. Choke off, you fucking prick. Just fucking weird. And speaking of fucking weird, I ran into my old boss at my work, and wow. Not much has changed. I ran into a former coworker, and she told me, oh, our old boss is working at this store. And I was like, oh, man, that's kind of crazy. And she's like, yeah, she kind of told me that she left here for this opportunity. And I was like, no. No, she didn't leave work for this opportunity. She's making less money. She was making more money here, but because she caused so much commotion and drama, so much. And I mean, you have to do the impossible to get fired at my work. The bitch was fired. I mean, how many people do you know get a haircut on the clock? And then if that wasn't enough, was an hour late, and then would leave an hour early. That girl, what? And then when she was at work, she was talking to all of her boyfriends on the phone, not helping people. So management was like, we know you've been working here since you were 18, but it's time. God, just, and we had a tumultuous beginning because she didn't like me, and, I didn't care either way. I just didn't like that she would purposely try and seek me out and try and overload me with tasks and then complain if one little thing was wrong, that I've done everything wrong. And I used to have to give her a list of every single thing that I did throughout the day, which was just basically harassment. And, I wasn't a fan. And I was just like, why are you such a biatch? Why are you a King Kamehameha biatch? And then come to find out, anytime somebody is just on you or harassing you or just won't give you a break, chances are it's a distraction or deflection from what they're doing, which is absolutely nothing. And then that's what I started to notice. I was like, wait a minute. I'm the one who's I'm working. You're the one who's actually not working right now. This is not going to end well. So then, because she had me document every single thing that I was doing, I started to document every single thing that she was doing. And, I brought it up to her boss. And initially, he didn't want to do anything because he didn't have enough staff to do anything about it really, and just kind of brushed it under the rug. But when new management took over, he was not having it, because not only did he not have enough staff to be putting up with this, it was just a complete distraction. Constant other staff were complaining about her, and it was just like, enough's enough, girl. If you ain't gonna work, if you're going to show up an hour late and then leave an hour early, if you're going to talk to your mans on the phone all day, if you're going to get a haircut on the clock, hey, you know what? It's time. It's time. But kudos to her on her, her new job, her new adventure. I'm sure she's a sweet lady. I gave her a hug as in, ha-ha, ta-ta. Oh, man, just something was not right. I remember her ex-husband came in the store and threatened another staffer with a knife. That was just, there was a whole lot of shit going on in her household. Some current events. The Crow. The movie The Crow remake is back, and I have got to say that 0.0 people other than the movie studio are excited to see this remake. And I'm being told from tests from various audience members, when they do the little screening, just to test and see how it does, people are not feeling this movie. And quite frankly, the fans of the series The Crow are completely not feeling it, feeling disrespected. And this movie is going to be a steaming pile of dog shite, okay? Absolute, utter dog shite. I don't know what the movie executives were thinking about re-releasing this movie, but holy shit, man. You already had a good cult following with this movie. Maybe re-release the exact same movie with like updated scenes or behind the scenes or director's cut, something. But to make a whole nother movie and make it terrible? Oh, man. You pissed off a lot of people, folks. And I believe this movie will fail royally. And speaking of royalty, boxing's beloved Ryan Garcia, I've just about had enough with this guy. God bless him. I remember his humble beginnings from training out of his garage in Hesperia, California, the high desert, the Apple Valley, if you will. And I just love that he was humble. He was a good Christian little boy. And then all of a sudden, the fame game got to him. He's a good boxer. Don't get me wrong. But once the fame set in and the big checks started coming in and linking up with Oscar De La Hoya, holy shit, this kid has taken a turn for the worst. Now all he does on social media, instead of promoting his fight coming up, which I think is either this weekend or next weekend, this guy is talking about Illuminati, kidnapping people, kid touchers. I mean, just going off the deep end. He's got his tinfoil hat on, and it is so bad. It is so bad that I have been forced to block Ryan Garcia from social media. I cannot have his word being mentioned to me anymore. I cannot take it, because this feels like the ramblings of CTE. Like, it feels like this kid has been hit so hard in the head that he cannot comprehend reality and conspiracy theories. And I mean, maybe some of them are true, maybe they're not. But the point is, the level of which he is rambling on social media, on Twitter, on Instagram, it is just crazy. My guy, you have a child. He got a baby mama, which he's cheating on. All right, whatever. God bless you, my guy. But you got to pull it together. You got a fight coming up. Are you even ready for that fight? Or are you sitting here rambling about getting probed by aliens, some kind of secret society, and underground tunnels, and just going off the deep end, man? He just sounds deranged, and it's not even funny anymore. It's just like sad. I'm like, bruh, you're not that old. You're like, what, 25 or something? Come on, man. You still got a whole ass life. What's all this crazy talk? BetterHelp.com. Promo code Joe Rogan. Promo code JRE. Okay, let me get it right so that way you can get the medical attention you need. Because Cole, look at this guy's social media. The things he is saying is absolutely just utterly mental. I mean, just rambling on. I'm like, my guy, you got the fight of your life coming up. If this guy loses his fight right now to Devin Haney, this will make or break his career. No more checks, my guy. No more checks. You got to pull it together. And it just doesn't sound like my guy is focused on this fight at all. And I am very, very nervous for this guy. Vandal destroys temple. And in the process of trying to escape this Buddhist temple, one of the Buddha statues he destroyed, the piece of the statue, he tripped and fell and impaled himself on and died. Talk about karma, my guy. Holy smokes. So you go into this Buddhist temple and you start doing the absolute scumbag thing by smashing stuff up, destroying things because for whatever reason you don't believe in Buddha. Okay, fine. If it's not for you, it's not for you. You don't need to go out of your way to destroy somebody's sacred space. That's not cool, man. And so Karma, who always has the best return policy, I guess in the process of running away from authorities in the temple, he tripped and fell on a piece of Buddha statue that he broke. Okay, mind you, this is a statue that he already broke. And upon trying to escape, he tripped and fell and impaled himself on Buddha. Oh my God. What are the chances, man? You wake up, you're like, oh man, fuck that Buddhist temple over there. I'm tired of seeing Buddha's face. I'm gonna go over there and destroy that shit. And you just fucking smash stuff up, and then the cops come, and you're like, oh shit, time to run. And then you trip. You fucking trip and fall on Buddha and die. Oh my God, check please. That is the best karma. I just can't think of a better way to celebrate than, you destroying a sacred place and then you dying in that sacred place. You know, if you just would have minded your own business, like people used to do, none of this would have happened, my guy. You'd still be alive. Damn. But, yeah. Karma, how about that? New 007 person has been chosen. I believe his name is Aaron Pierce or something. Oh. This guy looks like a freaking stinky French waiter. Hey, garçon. Man, I thought 007 was supposed to be cool. Like somebody were like, man, he's the ultimate badass, like Daniel Craig or Pierce Brosnan or Sean Connery or maybe Roger Moore occasionally. But definitely not Thomas, whatever that other guy was. He was terrible. George Lazenby, there we go, Thomas. George Lazenby in Her Majesty's Secret Service. That guy was the ultimate pushy, for sure. So maybe this Aaron guy will join George Lazenby in the second ultimate pushy 007. He's not getting any pushy. He is the pushy. Man, I'm like, yo, what happened to my guy Idris Elba? I can believe that guy beats people up. This other guy who looks like a silly French waiter. You can't. Return to sender. This cannot be my 007. My 007 is a beastly man who gets all the ladies and blows stuff up while drinking a vodka martini shaken not stirred. Hopefully, this is not the final guy, but this is the guy they're leaning to. So I'm hoping that this is not the final guy, because what the fuck? And Aaron? Aaron? Surely we know most Aarons are Pushies. Aaron Rodgers, Pushy. The guy from Stained, Aaron, whatever his name is, Big Pushy. Allegedly. But not my friend Aaron from Jiu-Jitsu. He is cool. He's an outlier in the Aaron family. Oh, have y'all seen the most disgusting thing going on Twitter right now? So apparently one of the ads on Twitter is a kit to get pregnant without letting your man know. It's a semen scooper kit. That's right, folks. It is a semen scooper kit being promoted on Twitter. For $250, they will send you this syringe or some sort of a scooper that allows you to scoop semen out of a condom or poke some kind of hole in the condom so you can get pregnant without his permission. I mean, what the hell is going on? You? Ladies, if you want to get pregnant that bad and your man doesn't want to get pregnant, find a new man. Or just adopt. What is going on? Why on earth would you want to raise a child with someone who doesn't want to have a child? Or maybe they just don't want to have a child with you. That is your sign to head for the hills. I don't mean to get personal, but I know she subscribes to this podcast, but I'm pretty sure she assured me that she doesn't listen to the show. So God bless you. You're not listening. I know you subscribe. But I'm going to say some shit right now, okay? The homegirl's man, wanted, okay, this is a different kind of story, but a similar situation. The homegirl's man wanted to get pregnant, okay? But then, when they did get pregnant, he changed his mind and was like, no, you're going to abort this baby. And my friend wanted to keep it. She's like, fuck that. I'm keeping this baby. So flash forward to... the baby is here, and her man's wants nothing to do with this baby. And I'm like, yo, my guy, you gotta step up. The baby is freaking here. You can hold the baby. It's crying. It's taking a shit. It's laughing. It's blowing bubbles. It's throwing up. It's burping. What part of you is not on board? Whether you like it or not, you fucking get on board for the sake of the child, because the child can tell, the kid can feel that you're not on fucking board, man. And also, to the homegirl, I'm like, yo, the baby can sense this stress, the strain in this relationship. And if your man's is truly not on board, then not only does he not love your child, a baby y'all made, he does not love you. Because if he loved you and loved this baby, then this wouldn't even be a question. This guy would be on board. The child is here. You cannot return the baby back to the baby factory. The store cannot come back like Uber and pick up this baby. It is here. It is alive and well and needs the care of both parents. Don't be this guy. And to the homegirl, don't be that girl who sticks around with this dude who, yes, all right, you have another kid with him, but he's kind of doing the same thing with that kid as well. He's a little bit more involved, but not that much. And the child is picking up on this. And this kind of distance, it affects the kids. And obviously, I'm not a parent, so I'm just going by what I speculate, what I see, and also my experience. My dad was on board until he wasn't. And when he wasn't, I could sense that. And it affected our relationship for many, many years and still does. I still have problems trusting this guy because I don't know if he's on board. But at this point in my life, I don't need his permission for him to be on board. I wish he was on board, but he's not. And that's okay because that's his choice. But understand that that is something that he has to live with. I have to move on with my life. when I'm on my jiu-jitsu journey, and my dad is not on board with that. He does not believe that women should be doing this activity, okay? And that is his fear or whatever based on his life experiences. God bless you. That is not true. If anything else, you would want more women practicing jiu-jitsu so they could defend themselves from some of these scumbags out here. But my dad's not on board. My mom, everyone else in my family, on board. My dad's not. And that's okay. I have to move on. I can't sit there and try and force my dad to be on board with this. This is the one part of my life that he's not on board. Okay, fine. Oh, and then there's my music. He was not on board with me playing drums in a band. He was not on board with me playing drums in a band at a young age. He was not on board with me traveling the North American continent playing drums. Everyone else was on board. Even the people that bullied me, that threatened to kill me, eventually got on board, okay? Bullies who were like, I don't want a girl playing drums in my band. They heard me play and they got on board. My dad, no, doesn't like it. Doesn't like loud things, doesn't like loud music. It doesn't matter if it's an orchestra or rap. He doesn't like loud things, okay? So he's not on board. So the two core things in my life, three, because he's also not on board with me being gay. So the three core things in my life, my dad has rejected me from. But I, going through therapy, talking to other people, being like, you know what? You're old enough where it doesn't matter if your dad's on board or not. Sure, it's nice, but it doesn't matter because it's your life. Back to the homegirl. These kids are young enough where they don't have a say, and they look to their father as their heart and soul. And to know that their dad is rejecting them, even though he's present in the home, he's fucking crazy. I wish my friend would, because she's not a part of this weird cult where the cult, I call this a cult. She's not a part of these girls who are actually stealing Simon. Okay, this was something that was consensual. But now that the kids are here, the dad is just like, what? Nah. You're on your own. I'm doing what I want. Like, what? You live in the house together. There's kids crying. You're not going to help out, bruh? Come on. And it's hard because my friend's been with this guy for a long time. But at some point, for the sake of the children, my friend's gotta either cut the cord or hope her man gets on board while she's leaving, because there's not that much longer that she can take. She needs help. It shouldn't be on her to raise two kids by herself. Some of you dads, God bless you for stepping up to the plate, but it's not looking good. I need her man, for the sake of all dads out there, to fucking step up. And I need ladies to not be so sketchy, because, again, if your man don't want to have no kids with you and you want to have kids, you should probably leave. I hate to say that. It's shitty. It fucking sucks. You don't know what you do. You love this guy. God bless you. But he don't love your kids, or he don't want to have kids. It's time to go find somebody else who does want the same things, because at the end of the day, it's a partnership. And that partnership, it doesn't matter how much, ooh, I love you too. Oh, yeah, give it to me. Yeah. It doesn't matter how much of that you got. If it's not from a place of authenticity, it will never work out. If y'all can't be authentic with each other, if this love is built on a pack of lies and fake promises and broken dreams, it will never work. It's a partnership. Equals. Like, okay, it doesn't matter if you're two men, two women, a guy and a girl, zzzz and the pots and pans. It don't matter. It doesn't fucking matter. It's a partnership. Two people should come into this situation equal. Sure, you might be good at this thing. Your partner will be good at that, and y'all can collaborate. It's a collaboration. But at the end of the day, that collaboration has to come in the name of authenticity. Not love, not passione, not gifts, not money, but authenticity, being real with each other in the situation that you are in. Okay. I also say this in the sake of a situation that has recently come back into my life. And this particular situation, we've been kind of going back and forth for like 20 years. And as the years have gone on, I, of course, have evolved. But this person is kind of still displaying the same behavior. Like whenever it's convenient for her, she want to call me when she's lonely. She want to hook up. And I am not that person. I am not that person anymore. There was a time where I was willing to do anything. Okay, anything for this person. Sacrifice myself, and I did. And knowing that with therapy, with going through other relationships, I've realized that if it's not authentic, if it's based on a pack of lies that you're just not seeing because you're in denial, then the relationship will never work. And the truth of the matter is this individual woman has always been in a relationship with a man. And I don't know if that's because that's something she truly wants or she's trying to hide being gay. Hey, that's her story to tell. But she would always try to link up with me on the low. And, you know, the early years, 20 years ago, like, woohoo, I'm young and dumb. She's young and dumb. Or maybe she's young and smart because she fooled me. And I was like, oh, she gonna leave her man and be with me. Oh, yeah. If I just stick around, or if I do this, if I do that. And that was never the case. It was always, she would always go back to her man. She would always go back to her man. And I would be devastated every time. So flash forward 20 years later, this person is now married with kids. And she's still trying to get after me. And I've been like, yo, no, it's not 20 years ago, fam. Things have evolved. And I understand the relationship that I want from us will never happen. She used to get what she wants from me. Now I don't do that anymore. And so now she thinks, oh, I got to pour it on. I got to send nudes, or I got to show up at your work. I got to make you uncomfortable at your work. And I'm like, no, now you're just proving my point. When you're not understanding that no means no through the phone, when I'm rejecting your advances virtually and personally, sweets, it's a no. Go back to your husband, go back to your kids, work it out, or get a divorce. Hey, if you want to get a divorce and you want to try a relationship then, cool. But until then, it's a no. And so I feel like whenever it's convenient for this person to deny responsibility and just get what she wants because that's what she's used to getting because she's attractive, a lot of people can't say no to her, and she likes that. She likes having that power. I realize that, and I'm like, yuck. I don't ever want to be with a woman who will use people for their resources, time, or money. I don't ever want to be with a woman who realizes that she's using and abusing people and doesn't care, isn't sorry. That you just pick up with where you just do what you want to do. That you just think it's okay to just pick up where you left off. Well, girl, guess what? There's nothing to pick up because I'm been done with that. I'm done. I'm out. Ejectocito. Because at the end of the day, for my well-being and for the things that I want and where I'm going, I can't be tied down. I can't be held down by somebody who is not authentic, who's not real, who's trying to build this connection on a pack of lies. And I'm not down with it. And I see it. And I would hope for anybody who's listening, who's engaging in a situation, who's with somebody who's not being honest, take a step back and evaluate me like, whoa, what's happening here? Are these the things that I want? Are we on the same page? Is this a partnership? Or is this a dictatorship? Because some of these ladies out here turn this shit into a dictatorship. And hey, it's not just ladies too. Men's be doing this too. But the point is, I think it's so important to evaluate, analyze, not too much, but just really, don't get caught up in the flow and things and how things are going. The old in and out, or the passione, or the all loved up, or the rush, the what do they call it? The oxytocin, the love hormone. Don't get caught up in all that shit, because depending on how bad it is, that shit wears off. Hopefully sooner than later, and you realize that, oh my God, I am not in a partnership. I am in a dictatorship. This is not authentic. I need to head for the hills. Okay? Authenticity is key. Being authentic. Be real. Be real with each other. Be real with yourself. And if there's trouble, and if the other person doesn't think there's trouble, but you do, and you bring it up and they still don't think it's trouble, yeah, it's time to put your boots on and head out. Oh my gosh. Let's see what else I got for you. Oh yes. 56-year-old man hospitalized after inserting a coconut up his butt. And just like that, we went from being real and authentic to downright putting coconuts up our bums. Holy smokes, man. That's a little too real for me. Apparently, this man was unable to urinate and was in extreme abdominal pain for a week before finally admitting himself to the hospital for doctors to discover that he put a coconut up his bum. I can only imagine. What the hell are you thinking, man? Coconuts don't go up there. Coconuts are supposed to be busted open, and you drink the milk, or you cook with it, or you throw it at somebody who's trying to break into your house, or maybe steal your lady. But you put it up your butt for sexual pleasure? Why, I oughta. Sir. Desperate times, apparently. When I go to work, I'm never going to look at a coconut the same. And some of the ones at my work have little faces on them for the kids to drink the coconut milk. Now I'm just imagining this coconut with a face being shoved up some guy's butt. You put the bum in the coconut, or what's that song by Harry Nilsson? You put the lime in the coconut. You put the coconut up your butt. Jaman, right by the beach. My guy, I'm assuming you don't have a girlfriend? Or maybe you do. What the hell? What are you thinking? Those things don't go up your butt. You put a straw in them, sir. You put a straw in the coconut and you drink the milk. I don't know what kind of TikTok trend you're trying to set, but this is why it's getting banned. People like you trying to get the country to put coconuts up their bum. Absolutely preposterous. All right, here are my motherfucking UFC picks. Before I go, I have Mick Pinion, Igor de Silva, Montserrat Pendon, Steven Nguyen, Miles John, Ricardo Ranas, Trey Organ, Luis Perillo, Youssef Zalal, Cameron Simon, Edmund Shabazian, Justin Taffer, and Thug Rose, Rose Namajunas. Those are my motherfucking UFC picks. Bet with me, bet against me. Who cares? Let's watch some fucking fights. Yeah. That is going to do it for me, folks. I will talk to you next week. www.rambleparadio.com. I think you should purchase a shirt because why not? Why not? If you love me, you love the show, buy a shirt. Also, industrialistbrand.com. Buy some combat clothes for the gym or casual wear. Promo code GEN10. I hope that you have enjoyed the show, and I will talk to you next week. But until then, this is Rambo Radio. I'm out. Peace.
This episode of Rambopra Radio is brought to you by Industrialist Brand. Head on over to industrialistbrand.com for all your combat sports apparel needs. Don't forget to use code GEN10 at checkout for a 10% discount on your next order. Once again, that's industrialistbrand.com.